Welcome to Xcel Updates for the 2022 to 2023 season, brought to you by IzaGymJudge.com. I'm Tammy, and with me today is Isabella. IzaGymJudge.com educates gymnasts, their families, coaches, and judges about the sport of women's artistic gymnastics and competitions. We offer amazing and easy to understand materials on our website, such as our free updated Excel cards that list the VP and special requirements for each level. Check us out at IzaGymJudge.com. We're excited to share all of the Excel updates we're aware of for the 2022 to 2023 season. So let's get started. Let's talk about some of the mobility changes coming to Excel this season. First, gold is now an entry level. That means gymnasts can enter at bronze, silver, or gold. No previous competition experience is required, and no score out is required to enter bronze, silver, or gold. The levels a DP gymnast would enter have also been updated. So let's look at each level. Bronze gymnasts must be at least 5 years old before the date of the first meet. There's no previous competition experience required and no score out required, as bronze is the first level in the Excel program. DP level 1 and 2 gymnasts can enter at bronze. To compete silver, gymnasts must be at least 6 years old before the date of the first meet. There's no previous competition experience required, and no bronze score-out score is required. DP gymnasts coming from levels 1, 2, or 3 can enter at silver. To compete gold, gymnasts must be at least 7 years old by the date of the first meet. New this season, there is no silver score-out required, so gold is now an entry level, and gymnasts may compete gold without competing bronze or silver in the Excel program. Gymnasts coming over from the DP program, level 3 and 4 gymnasts can enter at gold. To compete Excel Platinum, gymnasts must be at least 8 years old and have achieved at least a 31 all-around score at a sanctioned gold meet. Coming from the DP program, levels 5, 6, and 7 can enter at Platinum. To compete Diamond, gymnasts must be at least 9 years old by the date of the first meet and must have achieved at least a 31 all-around at Platinum at a sanctioned meet. DP gymnasts in levels 7, 8, 9, and 10 can enter Diamond without a previous score out. And the all-new Sapphire division, coming in for select regions this season, you must be age 12 to compete Sapphire. Gymnasts wanting to compete Sapphire must have competed and achieved a 34 all-around at Diamond level. Gymnasts coming from DP levels 8, 9, and 10 can enter Sapphire without a previous score out. The rules have also been clarified. The DP gymnast must complete all-around at a minimum of 1 sanctioned meet to enter the Excel program without a score out. One of the biggest changes coming to the Excel program for the 2022 to 2023 season is the addition of VP requirements on bars, beam, and floor for every level. This means gymnasts must have a specific number of VPs in their floor, bar, and beam routines to not have VP deductions. Remember, a VP is a value part, or an element, or a skill. VPs have different difficulty ratings, such as A difficulty, B, or C. So let's review the new value part requirements for each level. Gymnasts competing Excel Bronze now need 4 A difficulty VPs on bars, beam, and floor to not have a VP deduction. Each missing A VP would result in a 1/10 of a point deduction. For silver, gymnasts now need 5 A VPs on bars, beam, and floor to not have a VP deduction. Again, each missing A VP would result in a 1/10 of a point deduction. For gold, gymnasts now need 6 A VPs on bars, beam, and floor to not have a VP deduction. And again, each missing A VP would result in a 1/10 of a point deduction. Now things get slightly trickier at Platinum. Platinum gymnasts need 6 AVPs and 1 BVP on bars, beam, and floor to not have a VP deduction. While each missing A VP would result in a tenth of a point deduction, each missing B VP is 3/10 of a point deduction. At diamond level, gymnasts need 5 A VPs and 2 B VPs. Again, each missing A VP is a tenth of a point deduction, while each missing B VP is 3/10 of a point deduction. The all-new Sapphire division, coming to select regions this season, requires 3 A VPs, 3 B VPs, and 1 C VP. The coolest thing is for the first time in Xcel, at Sapphire, the C skill is open to bonus points. For more information on the all-new Sapphire division coming to select regions this season, check out our Sapphire update coming soon to the Gymnastics Scoring Help Group on Facebook and the IzaGymJudge.com website. Let's talk about bars. Because of the changes to the VP requirements, there are some updates to the bar special requirements for bronze, silver, and gold. If you'll remember, they used to include a specific number of elements as the first special requirement. For example, the old SR number 1 for bronze used to be 4 skills. For bronze, they now need a mount on the low bar for the first special requirement. The second special requirement stays the same with a cast where the hips come off the bar. The third special requirement, a circling skill of 360 degrees, and the fourth special requirement of a dismount from low bar also haven't changed. At silver, you'll find a new special requirement number 1, again, to replace the old requirement of a number of skills. So the first special requirement at silver is a mount to either the low bar or high bar. The second through fourth special requirements have remained the same and include a cast to at least 45 degrees, a 360-degree circling skill, and a dismount from either the low bar or the high bar. At gold, the first special requirement hasn't changed. They require a skill finishing in clear support to at least horizontal. This is commonly fulfilled by either a cast to horizontal or, unusually, a clear hip circle to horizontal. The second special requirement of a 360-degree circling skill also remains the same, while the third special requirement is new. For this season, gold gymnasts need a second 360-degree circling skill. Since the skill can be the same or different, another back hip circle can be used. The fourth special requirement also hasn't changed, which is a dismount from the high bar. The platinum special requirements haven't changed and include a skill finishing in clear support above horizontal, a 360-degree circling skill, a kip, and a dismount from the high bar. At diamond, there aren't changes to the special requirements. The first special requirement is a skill finishing in clear support at a minimum of 45 degrees from vertical, not in the mount or dismount. Second SR is a minimum B level 360-degree circling skill. For the third SR, gymnasts may either perform an additional B skill, which is either a release, turn, or a second 360-degree circling skill, which can be the same or different from SR number 2. For the fourth SR, diamond gymnasts need a salto or heck dismount from the high bar, or any B dismount from the high bar. The all-new Sapphire division needs a minimum of a B skill finishing in clear support at vertical, a minimum of a B 360-degree circling skill, a minimum of a B release, turn, or second 360-degree circling skill that is different from SR number 2, and for the fourth SR, a minimum of a B dismount or C skill directly connected to an A salto dismount. Also new this season are updated angle requirements for cast and clear hip circles. Starting this season, skills such as cast and clear hip circles that have an angle requirement now must be within 10 degrees of the specified angle requirement to receive special requirement credit. Also new this year is a new flat tenth of a point deduction for insufficient amplitude for casts and circles that are 1 to 10 degrees below the angle requirement. But if the cast or clear skill is more than 10 degrees below the requirement, The element will not receive VP or SR credit. In other words, there is now a 10-degree grace angle allowed in casts and clear hips before losing credit for a skill. New this season are some new skills that have been added to the bar's skill chart for different levels. All levels now have access to the basket swing. A new mount has been added for silver, gold, platinum, and diamond gymnasts. They can now jump to squat on to mount the bars. Silver now has an additional dismount option. In addition to the standard 3/4 back seat circle and tuck position, it can now be performed in stretched or layout position. Bronze and silver gymnasts can also do a leg swing, forward and backwards on the bar, whereas previously only the backwards was allowed. Another update to the bar's rules concerns two-part mounts. In Xcel, both 1- and 2-part mounts are allowed. A third mounting skill will not receive VP credit, but will receive execution deductions. The one exception is 2 glide swings without touching between the glides will count as a single element. The rules have been further clarified around the Build a Mountain of mats rules. Bronze, silver, and gold gymnasts may use a mountain of mats as high as necessary to make mounting the bars comfortable. This means if a bronze gymnast needs 3 8-inch mats and 2 panel mats to do a kickover on the bars, then do it. You can use any mats necessary to build the mountain for gymnasts to mount the low bar at bronze, silver, and gold. Please note it does not apply to the high bar. Also, you may not place a springboard on top of an 8-inch mat because it's unsafe. Now let's talk about some of the updates to beam. Just like bars, beam got an update on vertical handstand angle requirements. To receive SR credits, vertical handstands must now be within 10 degrees of vertical. Again, just like bars, handstands 1 degree to 10 degrees below vertical will receive a flat 1/10 of a point deduction for insufficient amplitude. If the handstand is more than 10 degrees below vertical, the element will not receive VP or SR credit. In other words, a vertical handstand will not receive an amplitude deduction. A handstand 1 degree to 10 degrees below vertical will receive a 1/10 of a point insufficient amplitude deduction. More than 10 degrees below vertical, and the element will not receive SR or VP credit. Clarified in the rules this year is that a cross handstand is a different element from a side handstand. Handstands do not require a hold to be counted as an A element. B elements will require a 2-second hold if and only if it's specified in the code of points as requiring a 2-second hold. Now let's talk about some of the updates coming to floor. First, in Xcel for 2022 to 2023 season, we have some new floor deductions. Xcel gymnasts that do not show synchronization of their music to their ending pose will lose a 1/10 of a point. Another new deduction this year in Xcel is failure to hold the ending pose for 1 second, which will result in 5/100ths of a point deduction. On floor, gold gymnasts may now do B non-twisting saltos, such as a front pike and a front layout. B twisting saltos are still not allowed at gold and are considered restricted skills. The Xcel code was updated with a new backward roll to push-up shape as a variation to the existing backward roll. The backward roll to push-up shape is open to all divisions. Remember, rolls may be with bent arms or straight arms. Thank you for joining us for our Xcel update for the 2022 to 2023 season, brought to you by Tammy and Iz from the Gymnastics Scoring Help Group on Facebook and the IzaGymJudge website. Join us next time for our Sapphire Division update. Until then, peace, love, and gymnastics from IzaGymJudge.